I realised that when I was setting up my Samhain altar that I hadn't done my Freya's Cauldron Spellkeeper's Chest for October unboxing, or even done a post of the items. I think it came just before I'd had a bit of a sort of bad week where I was quite ill and sort of my mental health was suffering a bit. So I thought I'd do it today because it would be a nice distraction from me over worrying about my cat, because she's in the vets today. So having all the teeth removed, so I panic a lot. So yeah, so I thought I'd do this and it will distract me, and then hopefully you'll enjoy it, even though it's very late, because the Novembers will be getting sent out like quite soon anyway. So yeah, with Freya's Cauldron, with every box you always get loads of information with all your items that you get. So there's the usual letter that has all the items in, and she actually writes quite a bit for the items that she includes, like about them, information and general why she picked and chose to put them in the box. Then with this one there is the information sheet for the stone that you get, and this one was black tourmaline. And then there's all the information on the back that comes with it, its uses and what element, planets and stuff that it's for. And then it's actually like quite a good sized chunk. Something I like about these boxes is the stones that you get are genuinely, especially when the ones like this that are quite the rough ones, they're very good big size pieces, and I do like my little ones because I use my little ones for crystal grids, but I do like big chunky stones. Then the next bit was, then you get information for the herbs that you get. There's always quite a bit of information. You get 2 herbs in each box. This one was lemon balm and motherwort, and it gives you like the other names, the planet, elements, powers, magical uses, and then like a bit of information about these. These are great. I keep all of these sheets. I'm gonna cut them in half and resize them, and then put them in a bit alphabetically so they're easier to get out when I need them, because they're a great way to, you know, quick reference a certain herb for if you want to see what it's for. The size herbs that you get with these boxes are like the good sized herbs. They're like this, so they're, yeah, the motherwort and lemon balm, and they're like that big. So that's quite a lot like that you're getting. It's a great way to build up like sort of your more magical herbs. I know there's a lot that you can like nip down your local Tesco and pick up for like less than £1 for a tub. That's what I do with some of mine. Yeah, sort of great witchy tip. Like some of them you can go down your local supermarket and pick up like that you need, like if you need it a pinch. And they're generally quite cheap, but the other ones that are harder to get, this is a good way to build up your stocks without spending out a load of money. You always get a bottle of oil in every one, and in this one it's corn mint. I've got quite a lot of these little bottles now because I've been getting this box for over a year, like, and they're great for like dressing candles and stuff. Instead of like using your essential oils, using these little ones, it's a lot easier. Then each box comes with a piece of jewellery, like a bracelet or a necklace, and this one is a pewter Tree of Life Green Man pendant. I find the jewellery with this box is very 50-50. I don't some of them I like, some of them I don't. This is one that is not really my style. This is not something that I'd wear, but I actually really like it. Not that I'd wear it as a necklace, but I actually really like the pendant. So I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to turn it into something that I can hang on my altar as a decoration. Maybe use my hagstones that I've got that I'm going to do something with to include with it as well, and make it into some kind of hanging for my altar. So actually, it's still I'm still happy with it. There was also an enamel pin. So this witch one. It says witch with pentacle. I love my enamel pins. I've loads of them. My bags are covered, and I've got ones I still haven't done anything. I've even got some on my altar. Like, I love enamel pins. I collect loads of them, so I'm happy with that. You always get 6 spell candles, and they come in sets of 2. This time you got 2 orange, 2 black, 2 yellow, and I'll use these over Samhain on my altar. There's always sort of something that's like a little bit more knick-knacky, and this one is a little witch keyring with a little broom. So a cute little Halloween decoration actually. And then the spell kits included in them. This one is the Samhain spell kit to honour those who have passed. And then it comes with a candle. Usually if they need anything else, you get that in the box. This one says you'll need an orange candle, which come in the bag. Lemon balm, which is the herb that we got, and cormint oil, which is also what we got, and then a heat-proof plate or candle holder, which you generally have anyway if you were practicing witch. So yeah, so the boxes are very well rounded. You get everything that you need to do the things that you get in the box generally. There was also a Samhain, it's because I've read it from the thing. I have dyslexia. If I read something straight from a piece of paper, I'll read it as it's written. If I don't think before I speak, so I read it Samhain. It's actually Samhain, because it's pronounced differently. This now it didn't come like this. I got out my soldering iron and burned the edges, burned in the details, and burned in the letters, and sort of just made it a bit more sort of decorated. It was a bit plain before I got it. That's the only problem, because I obviously had the box for a month, so I'd done it ready to put on my altar, so it's already on my wall, obviously for Samhain today. And then the main item that you got was this, and I really like this. Pentacle on the front, pentacle on the back, nice detailed hands and feet, and then breasts on the inside. And then you would fill this with sand and put your charcoal disc in to burn incense on, or to you could just burn incense cones on the sand, and then it's got a lid. Another way to do it actually is, because this is like a mesh, you could put your resin incense on the top and put a tea light candle inside. The tea light candle will heat the resin and it will sort of burn, it should burn the resin and work, because I've seen resin holders that are made with just a mesh. I've not tried it, which actually I'm going to now, because I have this. I haven't been able to afford one. So this was a nice surprise to get in the box. The only thing is I'm a bit OCD and the feet don't line up. So if that's the front and the middle, the foot is not central, and then on the back, the 2 feet again are not central. Now this is just me being pedantic, because my OCD, and it's just because it's not straight, and that's just me. I don't know if it's just the way this one is made, or if they're all like that, but yeah, no, that's just me being a funny. But I actually really like this, and yeah, I'm very happy with that. And then there's the information book for Samhain. The only problem I have with this is that I've been getting this box for now over a year, which means this is my second Samhain box. Now, the box that I got last year came with the same information booklet, literally the same printed book. It's just been reprinted, and I think the front's been changed. So I already have this information. I already have this booklet. I've already used it. It's not new information to me, which is a bit of a sort of a bummer. It's great for people. It's great for new witches, baby witches, or people that just want to extend their knowledge. But if you'd obviously already got the box before and then getting this one, then it's a little bit of a disappointment. But that being said, though, it's sort of great information, and the information I always think is just an added extra. So this time round, it's just not so much of an extra. The only other problem I have with this box is that it came with a tub of sand. Now, the sand come in a tub like this, and sand is obviously quite sort of heavy, and if it's battered around in a box, the lid is going to pop off and the sand's going to go everywhere, which it did. When I got my box, there was sand everywhere, and if you'd seen my story the day that I received the box, I'd literally emptied it out over my kitchen side just after I'd cleaned my kitchen, and I was basically just sand everywhere, and then I ended up spending ages cleaning it up. I did complain to Freya and say, obviously, it's the sand is leaked. Now, I don't like making a fuss, and I don't really like moaning. I only told her that obviously it probably wasn't the best idea, the tub that they come in, because if it's got battered around a bit and it's leaked and it's gone everywhere, and obviously cleaning sand out all the packaging was just really annoying, and there's still sand in it all now, so that's made the box a bit of a pain. I said that I didn't want another tub, because she said she'd send me out some more sand, and I said no, sand, I'm not really that bothered about sand. My daughter comes home with enough sand in her shoes from nursery every day that after a couple of days I could probably fill this little cauldron with sand. Literally, like, you could just pick up her shoes and pour the sand out. Like, she comes home with that much sand. So sand's not a fuss, and I have tubs of lava sand that I actually use generally when I need to do anything with sand. So sand's not really, no, I said no, it's fine. It's just obviously, I just don't think it was packaged great, and I just wanted to let you know that mine had leaked, but there's no point wasting your time or whatever just to send me out some sand. I'm not too fussed about that. Yeah, so that was it. That's everything that come in it, and no, I'm sort of really happy with this box, apart from obviously the leaky sand and sort of the duplicate information, but I don't know how many people actually would generally subscribe to a box for that long continuously. I mean, I've been getting it now for over a year. Actually, I got the Mabon box before, and I never checked if the Mabon box information booklet was the same. Oh, that's a point actually. Yeah, so I never checked that, but I do vividly remember, I think because I didn't really celebrate Mabon this year because I wasn't very well, and the kids were off and everything, so it was a very sort of limited, and but I was reading through the Samhain book, and then I remember, yeah, I've had this before, so there was obviously that. These are great boxes. They're great for people as well that want to extend their knowledge, good for baby witches. I really rate the boxes. This is from the UK, so this is £25 a month. That includes your postage. It's tracked postage, it's sent recorded, so it's not just sent standard. This is tracked postage. So the postage alone on these boxes is what she's paying, is probably nearly up to about £4. So really, the items in the box you're only paying £21 for, which I think is sort of really good value for what you're getting. If your box is ever late, if you contact her, she'll give you your tracking number, and if it doesn't turn up very quickly, she'll send you out a replacement. She's really on the ball. It's great customer service. Outside the UK, I don't know so much about the postage and how much it costs. You would have to look at the cost of the postage to see whether it was still value for money for where you're from. I'm big on value for money. I'm a thrifty witch, always on for the value. So you would have to look at the postage, look at past boxes, and see if where you are from, if the items that you are getting are worth that money. Don't just sort of subscribe to it, pay over the money, like pay over the odds for the money, and then be disappointed with what you get. Really look at sort of the past boxes and how much you pay in, and make sure that you are happy with what you are going to buy. That is reasons why I've stopped subscribing to certain boxes in the past, because there were too many items that were just not the type of items that I liked, and I'd end up after a couple of months be selling off like a box full of stuff of extras that I didn't like. This is one of the few that I've still kept getting, like, yeah, over a year later. So yeah, I do really rate it. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful Samhain and you enjoyed watching my video and didn't mind so much my mistakes pronouncing it. Every time I've read it from the paper, that's my fault. Thank you very much for watching.